Russell Westbrook is known for his heart and hustle, earning himself the nickname Mr. Triple Double.
Well, Utah now, their bench is just 2 out of 12 from beyond the arc.
Perfect. Russ! Throw it down! Throw it down, Russ! Down the middle he goes!
However, the incredibly heartbreaking story behind Westbrook's relentless drive is what makes him and his emotional story so special. But first, we need to see how Westbrook stayed out of trouble growing up in some of the worst neighborhoods in California. Number 10, Russell Westbrook's early life. Being a professional basketball player was the furthest thing from Westbrook's mind growing up in California. Instead, Westbrook recalled living in old apartments and sketchy neighborhoods, while his mom Shannon searched around for affordable clothes for Russell and his brother Raynard. Now, meanwhile, his dad, Russell Westbrook Jr., tried his best to keep his boys away from the street life, as there was a ton of gang activity in those times. So Westbrook was either indoors or out playing sports. Russell played as a linebacker and running back in football, shortstop in baseball, and even tried his hand at tennis. Of course, it would be basketball, which really stole Russell's heart, and it should have been a no-brainer, as his dad was a former basketball player too and played ball in college. So Westbrook might have gotten his love for basketball from his dad, but it was his mom that got him interested in fashion at an early age. So more on that one in a little bit, but first, we have to see how a 5'8" freshman became one of the most explosive guards in NBA history. Number 9, how he started basketball. Now, as we mentioned before, Westbrook's love for basketball started with his dad, who would map out training routines and teach his son how to play basketball. However, Westbrook never imagined himself playing in the NBA because he simply didn't think he was good enough. That mind shift wouldn't come until he was 17 years old, and before the mind could change, his body needed to. As a freshman, Westbrook was only 5'8", but wore size 13 shoes. He didn't even start on his varsity team until his junior year. None of the major camps or elite AAU squads wanted him. It got so bad that Westbrook avoided newspaper clippings of other players' success and barely followed local basketball. However, the life-changing moment came in his senior year, when his growth spurt kicked in and caught up with his incredible work ethic. In his senior year, Westbrook ended up averaging 25.1 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 3.1 steals per game, and was named third-team All-State. After which, he took his talents to UCLA. Number 8, journey to the NBA. Westbrook didn't start his first year at UCLA, he only averaged 9 minutes and 3.4 points per game. In the offseason, he worked out and played pickup games with the NBA players. The extra work elevated Westbrook's game, so this seems to be a common theme in Westbrook's career, as he has never been shy to put in the extra work and figure out ways to improve his game. It most likely has to do with the fact that he didn't consider himself talented enough to make the league, so the only other option was relentless work and discipline. During his sophomore season, he helped the Bruins to the Final Four before losing to Memphis. He averaged career highs across the board and was considered one of the best young guards coming out of college when he declared for the 2008 NBA Draft. He would be selected 4th overall by the Supersonics before moving to Oklahoma, and by the time Westbrook was done playing for them, he would be considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest player in franchise history. Number 7, career achievements. Mr. Triple-Double Russell Westbrook had already cemented a Hall of Fame legacy, and he still has time to add to his resume and stats. As a member of the 75th anniversary team, Westbrook's greatest achievement came in 2017, when he was named League MVP. That year, he joined Oscar Robertson as the only players in NBA history to average a triple-double for a season, a feat that Westbrook would achieve one more time. His stacked resume includes 9 NBA All-Stars, 9 All-NBA selections, 2-time scoring champion, and 3-time NBA assist leader. Westbrook also holds the record for the most triple-doubles in league history and even managed a historic 20-20-20 stat line. Not too bad for a kid who thought he would never make it into the league. Now, you can't tell the history of the NBA without mentioning Russell Westbrook's name. So not only has he had a Hall of Fame career, but he has also made a lot of Hall of Fame money. In fact, he owns some of the largest contracts in NBA history. Number 6, NBA contract. Westbrook entered the league on a 4-year, $16 million deal. It didn't take long for Westbrook to set the league on fire and for the Thunder to see that they had a generational star on their hands. So his next contract bumped that $16 million pay to $78.5 million. Even that wasn't enough for the type of play that Westbrook was providing. His next contract was a 3-year, $85.5 million deal. But what's staggering is that all of his previous contracts combined do not add up to the lucrative deal that he signed next. In 2018, Westbrook signed a 5-year, $206 million deal, making him one of the richest basketball players of all time. And that's not even including his ever-growing list of endorsements and brand deals. Number 5. Endorsements. Westbrook is perhaps best known for working for the Jordan brand. He signed a deal with them back in 2012, and the two worked out a 10-year extension in 2017. So it seems like the partnership is working for both of them. But apart from the Jordan brand, Westbrook has worked with Kings and Jax's boxer briefs and was also the face of Mountain Dew Kickstart. He also has brand deals with Samsung, Six Star Nutrition, Axe, Vero Bank, and Hennessy. We can only imagine how lucrative those deals were, especially considering that Westbrook is one of the most popular basketball players in the game with one of the largest fan bases. Number 4. Social media presence. Westbrook's personality shines through his pre-game routines and dance rituals, and even more so through his social media. On Instagram, he has over 22 million followers, but for now, his fans will have to settle with the reels he has posted as he deleted all of his pictures recently. But his reels show off his fun personality, along with his loving dynamic with his wife. Westbrook married his wife Nia in 2015, and together they have 3 children, including twins. Westbrook is pretty conscious about keeping his family away from the limelight. However, one thing that is very public is Westbrook's love for fashion. Number 3. Fashion line. Nowadays, basically every NBA player treats their walk to the locker room as a fashion runway, showing off their wildest and most expensive looks. However, it really was Westbrook who made this famous and since channeled his love for fashion into some very successful businesses. Westbrook expanded his presence in the fashion industry in 2014 when he launched a sunglasses company called Westbrook Frames. His company has partnered with the league to launch an NBA series. In 2015, Westbrook was named Marketing Creative Director of the denim brand True Religion. And in 2016, he launched the unisex streetwear brand Honor the Gift, which has grown wide enough to be featured in over 300 stores. So it's pretty clear what Westbrook will be doing once his NBA career comes to an end. But another thing that will take up his time will be his Why Not Foundation. Number 2. Personal life. Westbrook's Why Not Foundation promotes community-based education and family service programs while pushing youngsters to be self-confident. His mom Shannon is on the board of directors. Westbrook also wears a KB3 wristband and has KB3 on his sneakers in honor of his childhood friend Kelsey Bars III. Westbrook and his best friend Bars had hopes of going to UCLA and playing together. But in May of 2004, Bars passed away from an enlarged heart during a game. After Bars' death, Westbrook seemed even more determined to excel in honor of his best friend's memory. So no wonder Westbrook plays his heart out every single game. And as for his net worth, it also reaped the benefits of Westbrook's relentless drive. Number 1. His net worth. As we mentioned before, Westbrook has cashed a lot of checks in his NBA career so far. His contracts alone have netted him over $300 million. And on top of that, he has deals with some of the most famous brands in the world. And Westbrook has further monetized his passion for clothes into successful businesses. So it is safe to say that he won't be strapped for cash anytime soon. With all of that being said, we would estimate that his net worth is somewhere around the $250 million mark. He could end up making even more if his transition into the fashion world ends up being as great as his NBA career. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. And with that being said, you just watch us break down Russell Westbrook's emotional story and lifestyle. We'll see you next time.